Hello everybody, this is Kelly with NV Soapworks. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm going to be working on a soap that is a little bit different than anything that you guys have seen me do so far. It's a little bit more of an advanced technique. I don't know what it would be called, so you'll just have to watch and see what I'm going to do. I'm going to use fragrance Apple Mango Tango. This smells really good and fruity. I actually think it's a dupe for like one of the Gain, the laundry detergent scents, which sounded kind of weird to me, but then I smelled it and I was like, okay, I am really going to use this because it smells that good. So the colors I'm going to be using today, first I have a black that I am going to use in a very small amount. I have Vibrance Red, this is Nurture Soap. I have Galactic Moss, and this is a green color from Mad Oils. And then I have a orange that I mixed with a little bit of red oxide to just get it a little bit deeper, like a rust orange. So that, and then white, of course. So that's the combination I'm going to be using. A little bit different than the color palette that I normally work within. I do a lot of pink and purple, I realize, so I'm trying to kind of branch out from that. So I'm going to go ahead and get my lye in here so we can get this started. I have white kaolin clay and goat milk powder that I already whipped up into my oil, so that's taken care of. And let me just make sure that I have all the lye out of this container. I want to make sure that I get everything. Okay, and so I'm just going to stir this for just a sec. Now I am soaping a little bit hotter than my normal 80-degree range. I am a little bit closer to 95, 97, which will be fine. That's really not that hot. There's plenty of soapers who soap in the 100-degree range. I just normally find myself around 80, but you know, 90, 95 is just fine. The reviews on this fragrance said that it is not supposed to be an accelerator, so hopefully it's not, because I really do need a very fluid batter for the pour that I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and add my little bit of coconut milk here, and then we will get going on our colors. All right, looking good. Just get this cleaned off a tiny bit. Okay. Alright you guys, so these are our colors all mixed up here. So if you can picture the palette I'm going for, it is, like I said, very different from what I normally go for. But I think this is going to look really, really cool when it comes to the swirl that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead. I've never used this Mango Tango, whatever, Apple Mango Tango before, so according to the reviews, it plays nice. It doesn't contain any vanillin, so it shouldn't brown my soap, and I'm hoping that it's not going to accelerate, because just like the Peacock Swirl, you need your batter to be like serious fluid. Now this Galactic Moss green that I used here, I also put a mix of some Vibrance green mica in that as well. And if you don't have any experience with the Vibrance green, the first time you use it, you are going to be like freaking out, because it's supposed to be a very vibrant, beautiful green, and it is going to turn the ugliest, like puke green color you've ever seen. You're gonna think that your soap is just absolutely ruined. But I promise you, the next day when you go to look at it, it's gonna be totally fine. It's gonna change right back to that beautiful vibrant green that it looks like when it's in the container. Don't ask me why it does that, but just from experience, you can't worry about the ugly color that it turns when it's in the cup. It will go back to the color that it is supposed to be, so don't worry about that. So let me get my mold up here, get these out of the way. I'm going to be using this mold today. This mold with the little basket. Oops, I just kicked the camera. Sorry guys. This comes from Essential Depot, and I really like their products. They have great shea butter. That's where I get all my lye. And I have 2 of these molds. Like I said, I always get my lye there. So okay, so what I'm going to do here, this is going to be a very long, tedious pour, which I will fast forward for you guys, so it'll be a lot funner for you than it is for me. But I'm basically going to go and stripe each color over and over in an S pattern and try to get a stripe, and then I'm going to run my little comb that you saw through it. So essentially it's another Peacock Swirl just in a loaf mold. And then when I cut it, instead of cutting it vertically like I normally do, I'm going to cut it, I will cut it vertically in sections, but then I'm going to cut it horizontally, and that is going to reveal this very interesting pattern. And it is really pretty. So you guys will see what I mean. Now I do need my batter to be really fluid for this, and since it is such a long process, if it starts thickening up halfway through the pour, you can really be in trouble. So you just have to do the best you can. You just got to do the best you can. Work with a fragrance that you trust to stay fluid. Don't do what I am doing right now and use a fragrance that you've never used before. That's probably not a very smart way of doing it. But there happened to be a lot of reviews on this that said that it was not a fast mover. Okay, so I was halfway through with my pour when my camera just shut off. It said the battery was exhausted, which is really strange because I had just charged it, so I really don't know what all that was about, but my soap is starting to get a little bit thicker, and so I'm running through the house trying to find my other little setup with my I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me right now. So this is the last time I'm going to use that camera. It has just been messing up on me a lot lately, and so I'm done with it. I need to get a new one. I really do. All right, I better stop now. If I don't stop now, I will just sit here forever and scrape these poor little cups within an inch of their life. So, for the sake of the viewers, I won't keep this going for a million years. Let me do a little tiny bit of cleanup here. Okay, so now it's time to get my little homemade comb here. Now this is really easy. Let me turn it so I can get to it. Okay, and move this so you can still see. So what I'm gonna do, whoops, I still need to move it out. You're just gonna insert it at the very back, push it all the way down, tilt, and pull to you, and straight up the side. So that is that. Oops, I'm dripping everywhere and making a mess. Leave that there. So let me get you over here so you can see. So it made a really cool pattern there on the top. And now what I'm going to do is just get my little skewer, and I'm going to go down this corner here, and I'm going to go and make little shapes. And up the side. Oh my gosh, I just flung soap straight behind me. I'm going to have to find that so nobody steps in it. Then I'm going to go down the middle, and I'm just going to kind of do a little whoop-de-woo. Okay. Okay, you guys, so that is that for this soap. I'll show you what that final thing did. Okay, so it is a really pretty pattern on the top of the soap. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is cut this into about 2.5, 2.25 segments. I'll get about 4. And then I will slice them the opposite way, so the pattern will reveal itself. So I will bring you guys back tomorrow when I'm ready to do the cut. See you then. Welcome back, everybody. It's the next day, and this is how my soap turned out. You can see the side here has a really cool effect on it. The top is really, really pretty, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and get this up here on the cutter. Get this over here to where you guys can see really well. Okay, so if you'll notice, I had to take off the little end cap that I have on here because it wasn't allowing me to get the soap over as much as I needed. Remember, this one I'm not going to cut into just like the regular bars like I do. I'm going to, I've got this measured out so it'll be equal, you know, pieces, and then I'm going to cut it horizontally after I do that. So I'm like right up to this screw here. I'm going to try not to let it damage my soap. I'm going to cut into this. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut all of my pieces. Look how that looks. That is so cool. Wow. That would actually make, these would make really good bars. But this time I'm going to cut it a different way, but that would make a really cool soap to just go ahead and cut it like that. But if I did this correctly, then I'm going to be getting a whole different look when I go ahead and slice it the other way. So I'm just going to continue on with my original plan. This is a really fun way to do it. It's different, you know, you got to kind of keep it interesting by changing, you know, switching stuff up. When you make tons of soap, you get kind of tired of doing the same thing over and over. Okay, so this last little piece here is a little bit smaller than all the other ones, but not by too terribly much. So now what you do is, you know, I am going to need to get my, well, let's see. I could probably just eyeball it to get to the middle, actually. So that'll be good. Yeah, I think that was exactly perfectly the middle. All right, so this is the look that you get when you cut it like that. Isn't that beautiful? I love this technique. So, again, this is basically a peacock swirl in a loaf mold, and then you kind of cut it like, this cut is like the mantra cut. So, and this basically gives me the same size bar that I would get if I just cut it the regular way. Aren't those colors neat together? Really pretty. See that green? The green changed a lot from what it had looked like in the cup. It just looked really nasty in the cup, kind of an ugly, I don't know, like grayish green. But it did change to a better green, so I'm real happy with that. And this fragrance smells absolutely wonderful. Let me just show you real quick the difference between the vertical and the horizontal cut. This is just the regular, if I had just cut it like a regular bar, and this is the look that I get when I cut it the other way. So I do think this one is prettier. It's not so messy. There's definitely a different look to it. Okay. Well, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this fragrance. This Apple Mango Tango fragrance really performed great, and the smell is just amazing. Like, it changed a lot in the soap. It like has mellowed out, so now like the apple scent is really coming through, and it's like so fresh. It's almost like being in an orchard or something. So I am really happy that I picked this fragrance. I think it's going to be a nice one. It might be a keeper that I keep around. Now I am kind of eyeballing this. I think this one I'm a little off. Yeah, a little bit. So it's really pretty. So on one side you have the inside of the soap, and then the top of the soap became the other side. So I'm going to end up planing all this off so it's, you know, very smooth and everything. But then like all around the bar you have very intricate design. So I definitely recommend to give this method a try. It's really fun. Like I said, just to do something different. Just for a change of pace. I'm going to make sure that I get this one. See, even... There we go. This one barely has any of the green in it. I really like that red and orange and white. That's really pretty. So, that was the last piece. Alright, you guys, this was the making and cutting of my very modified peacock swirl in a loaf mold, cut in the mantra style. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and the soap will be available in my Etsy in about 3 to 4 weeks, probably closer to 4. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!